as close to the ground as you can. Or just pull it up.
Oh, yeah, that's easy.
Yeah, over there's a good patch of it.
Too. So all this is jewelweed then? Huh. So this is jewelweed, and it grows very close to poison ivy. And the way you can identify it usually is by this little orange yellowish flower here, and the stem is very tubular. The stem here is what has all the properties. So if you're in the forest and you come across some poison ivy, just snap that off and just rub that stuff on your affected area. And it also helps with bee stings and wasp stings as well. So, jewelweed.
Oh, well.
Well, it pulled up. That's how you know it's jewelweed.
Yeah. Look, it says neutralizes the poison ivy, and it'll keep it from spreading, and it'll make it help the itching. Oh, help it heal faster. Because it's also good for stings.
Bee stings, wasp stings.
So what I'm doing is cutting this up. I'm gonna cover them with olive oil and set it in a cool, dark place for 2 to 3 weeks. And then I'm gonna make a salve. Set it in a cool, dark place for a couple weeks. That's all there is to it. Hey, welcome back to the Others Legacy Farm. Today is July 9th, and it's been 5 weeks since our last one, so we're just going to do a quick tour. You remember I had beets in here. I pulled those. I got like maybe a dozen garlic plants. And there's a sunflower coming up, and we planted some bush beans in there. These are our beets, and they're getting just about ready to be pulled. They're doing real well. And these are sunflowers. And the artichokes.
You know when to harvest those?
No, I have no clue. So, yeah, I'll have to read up on it.
They're looking good though.
They're growing. The brassicas, a lot of it I failed, and they went to seed. But it might not be such a failure, because if I save the seeds, I can make some. But that one looks good. But there is one of the moths in there. And you can see it's starting to eat things.
Not as bad as last year though.
No, last year I had nothing. I got a few small cabbage heads over there. So then we'll come over here. The onions are doing really well.
Yeah.
I might have some that are bigger than golf balls, which I'll be pleased. So they'll be harvested pretty soon. Like, see, That's a good size.
Mm-hmm.
And my pepper plants, got lots of blossoms. The peppers are jalapenos. And this side is all jalapenos, which means I'm gonna have a ton of them. So I'll be making lots of cowboy candy.
We'll have to do a video on cowboy candy.
Yeah, it is really good. These are the bells. I don't have any bells yet, but I got some flowers.
Yeah, this is looking much better than it was a couple weeks ago when we didn't have any rain.
We've had a lot of rain.
Now we've had a lot of rain.
And the garden's grown like crazy, but so is the weeds.
Yeah.
So the tomatoes are doing great. Some of them have some little tomatoes on them. They got lots of blooms. I need to prune and stake them up again. This is the black beans.
Black beans.
And they're doing really well.
Mm-hmm.
The tomatillos, I've got a bunch of those. They're in little husks. I've never done anything with them before. And then this is a yellow pear, and on the other side are tomatoes. And the cucumbers. Prim's wanting some weeds. Cucumbers, they took off, so they're doing good.
And they're going to climb up?
Yeah. They'll be climbing up. I might have to clip down here at the bottom a little bit to try to make them stay up there, but once they get a hold of the... And this is my zucchini and the yellow squash. And I'm going to have to thin, because we didn't have anything come up, so we replanted, so we have a lot. And this was the strawberry bed. It had the pine berry, and they're done. And these two are strawberry beds that desperately need weeded and beds rebuilt. Okay, the corn.
Finally.
Still not as much as we would have liked.
We planted it, what, 3 times?
Yeah, I think this bed was like 3 times. And then there's cantaloupe growing in here, and beans by the net, and then beans around each of the corn. And the same way with this one. Okay. That one has acorn squash in it, and this one I think has, no, this one has acorn, and that's got butternut squash.
You, butternut, say that again.
Okay, kidney beans. And these are the navy beans. More tomatoes. Like I said, they need pruned really bad. And staked up again.
We're going to have a lot of them, though.
But yeah, and these are the potatoes in the bags that we grew from the grocery store. And they're starting to die off a little bit. So we'll see pretty soon probably if we got any potatoes or not. More tomatoes. More tomatoes. Okay, and these are sweet potatoes that we started. And back there are some sunflowers. The carrots, if you remember, I started them on toilet paper. And they're doing pretty good. We've got some asparagus. Of course, we won't have any asparagus until next year, but we do have a couple of little shoots here.
Yep.
and he planted some pole beans here. And the rhubarb.
More tomatoes.
More tomatoes and carrots. These bags are sweet potatoes that friends of ours started and gave to us. And they're really taking off now and starting to vine good.
Is this the most success you've had with grow bags so far?
Probably.
They're finicky. You got to get on them. But I think the straws helped. Did we use straw last year?
I don't remember.
Help retain some of that moisture.
Okay, we had raspberries in here, and if you remember, 2 of them in the middle didn't survive. The 2 on the ends were doing good, and then it rained so much that they got flooded, and the 2 on the ends were really starting to do bad. So George put them in grow bags, try to take care of them. And here's some more peppers. And these are Tabasco peppers. Make some Tabasco sauce. And I think I've only got like 1 watermelon. No, there's 2. Yeah, there's...
Oh, here's another one.
Oh, okay, I guess there's 3. Oh, there's 4.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We're going to be overrun with watermelon before we know it. And that one's not doing too well.
Okay, these are potatoes.
This is the root stout method that we...
Yeah, the root stout. This row, it's not doing real great. I think these were either russet or was it golden something. And then we had 2 rows of those, and I think a row and a half and a row and a half of the Adirondack blue. They're doing good. Got some weeds.
This is a weed, right?
Yeah. This row we have Hannah's Choice cantaloupe, and they're starting to do okay. We had them in a bed last year, and oh, they took over the aisle. You couldn't even walk through the aisle. So I'm hoping that they'll grow and mature enough. And then in the hoop house,
It's hard to distinguish anything in this hoop house.
yeah, I've got 1 here, 1 over there.
As soon as we pull these, they just come on back, these
Yeah.
weeds.
Yeah, we've spent all week weeding.
We also added this with a motion detector light on it just in case any varmints at night want to come and eat the veggies. So just a little extra layer of protection for our crops.